on their way to victory and making it 2-0. And then Bernardo Silva puts a cherry on top of the icing, on top of the cake. Seals the 3 points, puts Manchester City back into second place in the Premier League, leapfrogging Liverpool 3 points behind Chelsea. And this league is starting to give us one of the best title races I think we have ever seen in Premier League history. We've been talking about it for a while on the Football Terrace, and I stand by it. I absolutely stand by it. It may end up being the best race ever. Liverpool, City, Chelsea are all absolutely brilliant. They are captivating. They're enthralling to watch. They are truly, truly sensational. There is no doubt about it. Each and every single one of them, in their own right, is sensational. They truly are. And I think watching it, if you're an Arsenal, if you're a Tottenham, if you're a Man United fan, we can only inspire for our teams to be as good as this. It's as simple as that for me. But overall, brilliant. Just a brilliant, brilliant display. I want to speak about a few things. Rodri today, his performance of anchoring that midfield was excellent. He has just grown into such a different level of player over the past 18 months at Manchester City. He truly has. Cancelo at fullback sort of responded in kind, really, to Trent, and Reece James equally had sensational games this weekend. The debate for best fullback in the lead rumbles on, and currently we have a poll running here on YouTube, voting for the best fullback in the league. Robertson on 1%, Trent Alexander-Arnold on 20%, Reece James on 33%, and Cancelo on 49% over here on YouTube. So if you're watching on Twitch or if you're watching on Twitter, make sure you hit like buttons, retweet buttons, but get yourselves across to the YouTube channel and get yourselves voting on that as well. But, we are watching a legitimately brilliant title race. There's great individual player debates coming out in this as well. The fullback situation, Rodri now, had Rodri moved himself up to a level in the league where he's going to start being spoken about with the likes of the Kantés, the J5s, the Fabinhos. Rodri just excellent again today. And that's not just because he scored one of the strikes of the season. There probably will be better goals because there's a lot of screamers that are scored, but it's one of the strikes of the season, one of the best solo shot goals that you're going to see. And in fairness to City, both of their goals today, their first two goals, I would say, were scintillating. The pass from Cancelo, one of the best you'll see all season, reminded me of the out of the edge of the foot pass that Bruno Fernandes gave to Cristiano Ronaldo against Young Boys. But we're talking about Premier League standard here, not Young Boys standard. It was out of this world. So much to delve into here. I want your thoughts and I want your feelings. Make sure you get your comments in as well. My brother here, Cam, says the phrase, "What a phenomenal comeback." It isn't what a phenomenal comeback. It's a really good guess, though. I actually can tell you put some thought. You've actually put some thought into that one, but that isn't the secret phrase. But thank you for guessing. Today, thank you very, very much. Remember, you still can get 30% off of all Boohoo Man menswear right now. Links pinned to the comment section or in the description below. Go and check that out and make sure you get your Black Friday offers in now while you still can. Leng and Sweet here with Sterling flame emojis. Sterling had a sterling day today. Some excellent play, created some good chances, or was involved in some good chances, I should say. Scored an excellent goal, but then missed like an absolute sitter. It's so typical. Just from if I was going to write a script for a typical stereotyped Raheem Sterling performance, we had everything today. We had absolutely everything. Reece James will be the starting right back in the World Cup. Pin this, plus the phrase Premier League GOAT is what Blazers got to say. Reece James starting in the World Cup. Interesting take. Interesting take indeed. Let's do some more of your comments. Cancelo's assist was brilliant. Yeah, out of this world. Out of this world. Cancelo is 28. James is 21. What the F is the comparison? We're just asking who the best right now is. Reece James is 21, but he's better than the majority of fullbacks in the league, irrespective of age. We're not asking for who's going to be the best. We're asking for who the best is right now. And if you think Reece James isn't because he's got more development to come, that's fine. That's not a criticism of Reece James. That's just where things are right now. You know, when you're asking, you know, when they give the Ballon d'Or out, they don't say, right, who's the best player in the world now if everybody reaches their full potential. That's it's not the competition, is it? It's who is the best right now. Phrase Super League is what Kevin thinks. No, the phrase isn't Super League, my brother, but thank you very much for guessing there, my friend. Cancelo's 27. Again, I don't really think it's relevant, but thank you for pointing it out to us, buddy. Rodri over any CDM in the Prem is what is said there. I want to speak about something else in Man City as well. I was watching them play today. Maybe it's because my club's just sacked a manager and I'm kind of watching how other teams play maybe a little more closely than I normally do. And the system that City playing is brilliant. We know that it's Pep Guardiola. It's been done to death, the subject. I was kind of watching it, and what I find brilliant is how the system elevates everyone. The players within the system are excellent. There is no doubt about it. But everybody knows when to make the runs, whether it's pressing the ball, whether it's showing for an opponent, for a teammate, whether it be making a kind of progressive run to break the lines, whether it be to hold that run so there's an option for a pass. Man City typically tend to do it inch perfect most games. The final ball and the shot on goal is very much down to the players. But being in the right place in the right time, having that structure to their play is excellent to see. Liverpool, of course, very similar. Chelsea, very similar in terms of that. And it was kind of, for me, watching it, I wouldn't call it eye-opening because I've seen it many, many times before, but I'm just thinking about it. And City are just so consistent under Pep in the way in which they play. And it's why with Conte here, and, you know, everyone's saying the other day that Conte joining Tottenham makes the Premier League better. And that's one of the other reasons why I'm hoping that Man United go and appoint a proper top-class manager and coaching system as well now to add another team into the mix that could hopefully in the next 18 months become uber competitive. Because I look at City right now, I look at Chelsea right now and Liverpool, and these three teams are going to give us one of the most exciting Premier League seasons in history, period, point blank, no cap, 100%. It's going to happen. Legitimately, they are going to do that for us. There no shadow of a doubt in my mind they're going to deliver that for us. We could have 2 or 3 more teams potentially in the next 6, 12, 18 months join that. And I'm not going to ask everybody again today, although you can put your comments in the comment section. Who do you think is going to be the team that comes out on top? Everyone's going to have a different view. I still stand with Chelsea myself as it stands right now. But when I pick Chelsea, I don't expect them to win it by more than 3 to 5 points. I think it's going to be that close between first and third. If more than 7 points is the difference, I'd be hugely shocked. I really would. It'd be a huge shock to me. Is the phrase Super League, is what Kevin says here. Now, the phrase isn't Super League, buddy. Alex says, is the secret phrase, they are a turncoat? From Alexander. That's very good. I'm not quite sure how you've got to that, but it's a good guess, my buddy. I don't quite know what you mean by that, but it's a out there guess. Is the phrase getting snubbed or rejected? No, that isn't the secret phrase, but thank you very much indeed. Marvo says this title race is mad. Yeah, I would even call it beyond mad. It's just something that I wouldn't expect to have seen, but we always expect it to happen. And it kind of, we always get let down. There's always, over the years, there's always a third team, a fourth team that we're going to add to the title race. And they kind of fall away. Excuse me. I don't necessarily think we're going to get that with these 3 teams this year. Ads here says Chelsea easy. We've got a City are going to win the league. City are winning the league again. Chelsea easy. City have Cancelo is what Blue Moon's got to say. Mrs. Brown says City. A lot of people saying City are going to win this, and I kind of get that. Chelsea are very strong, though they don't need to play Lukaku in every game. Feel bad for you tells good luck with Man United. Don't feel bad for me anymore. We're in a good space. Ballers 4K thinks they're gonna win the league. Listen, City fans should be confident. In domestically in the last 5 to 6 years, nobody has been as good as Manchester City. So of course their fans should feel excited and as though they can turn things around. Of course they should. So when I say turn things around, you've only got a 3-point gap to make up. It isn't like you've got to climb up a mountain. When I say turn things around, just being more prolific in front of goal is needed. Today was a prime example. If those 6 games without scoring persists in that percentage of games without scoring persists throughout the course of the whole season, there will be no Premier League, in my view. Not because City aren't good enough, just because Liverpool and Chelsea are too good to go that many games without scoring goals. It's the same as Liverpool. If their leaky defense persists as it has done in the past 2 months, Chelsea's balance and lack of conceding an ability to score will make them just too good. They'll pip them to the post. I'm so tired of comparing Trent, Reece, and Cancelo. From now on, if anyone asks who is the best fullback, my answer will be Danny Rose. City will win the Prem. I like hearing what people's rationale is behind the person of which they pick. I do. What I will agree with is that I think there has to be an element of balance. What I hear a lot when it comes to a hell of a lot when it comes to the conversation is very much people putting other players down rather than praising their guy. And that doesn't always sit right with me. Is the phrase away goal rules? That's a very good guess. It isn't, but it's a very good guess indeed. Thank you very much, buddy. With another super chat says, is the phrase won the league on their home ground? No, but I kind of get that. You're connecting Arsenal. I swear you've won the league. Arsenal won the league at Tottenham, and they have won the league at Anfield, but it isn't. That's a good guess, though. That's well thought out. Very well thought out there. Very well thought out. Let's do some more of your comments here. We may not be scoring amazingly, but we are playing amazingly. And if we sort it out, it's wrapped up by the start of April, is what Bluey MCFC. Listen, if Liverpool stop leaking goals and if City score more regularly and they spread those goals across the games, that changes my opinion. My opinion is based on those two things currently happening with a fair amount of frequency. If that frequency decreases by 90%, my opinions may change. And that's the thing when you give a prediction. I don't give predictions based on I give a prediction based on what I think is going to happen. Now, let me rephrase this so it makes more sense. My prediction is what I think is going to happen based on what I've seen. I don't base my prediction on what I hope or think might happen or change in the future. I have to have some evidence that it's going to change. So based on how all the teams are playing right now, Chelsea are my pick. Can Liverpool fix their defense? Yes. Can City start scoring more goals? Yes. When they start doing it, I'll look at changing my mind. But yeah, so I agree. I agree with you as well. Man City are playing very, very good football indeed. Very, very good football. There's no doubt about that. If City get a striker in the coming transfer window, the title is for City, is what Mohammed believes. Winnerpool says Trent is the best. He's been doing it for 4 seasons now. He did way more than Cancelo and James. Trent is in conversations for top 5, top 10 players in the world. He's second best in the Prem after Salah. Do you think Winnerpool, you think that Trent Alexander-Arnold is outright the second best player in the Premier League? That is a big claim. Second best player in the Premier League. Viewers, what are you telling me? Second best player in the Prem. Second best player in the Prem, Trent Alexander-Arnold. I want your thoughts and I want your feelings. Turncoat. Arsenal are known for it, and Spurs and Liverpool are connected to turncoats. When it happened to you, you love it. Do you know what? That's good logic. It isn't. The phrase turncoat, that's a very, very good piece of logic there, Alexander. Well done, my friend, breaking that down with the clues. Remember, every stream we do, Their match reactions have got to hit 1,000 likes. If their normal streams, 500 likes, and we give you a new clue to the prize. And we've given out quite a lot of clues, to be fair, in the last few days. He's good, but not that good, is what Mama Flossie's got to say today. He's the most creative player in the Premier League. Is he? Yeah, I mean, he's very, very creative. I thought that Bruno was top this year, but yeah, over the last 4 years, there hasn't been anybody more consistent with creativity than him. Your claim isn't the most creative. Your claim was second best player. And if that's what you believe it. I mean, on ability and technique, very, very good indeed. But that means you're putting him above KDB. It means you're putting him above. I mean, who else would you say is above that? Who is the best player in the Premier League? Everyone is saying is Mo Salah. Who is second best? Like, viewers, who do you think is the second best player? I'm more intrigued in your opinion than my own. So I'd love you to tell me, and then where you think Trent ranks within that. So get those comments in and let us know. Solomon says Bruno, Reece James, Bernardo Silva. We're hearing here are better players. There we go. Someone saying the likes are hidden. I didn't realize they were hidden again. It keeps doing this to me. People tell me every stream and then I'm undoing it. Some keep switching back as well. YouTube's moving mad at the moment. I know they're doing some stuff with their likes, aren't they? It seems to have really messed a lot of things up. So yeah, it's been very, very strange. Yeah, so make sure you're smashing that for us, people. It'd be great if you could. Let me just change that setting. There we go. There we go. There we go. That's done now. For you all. One sec here. I've got to update one other thing. Sorry. I have a Bluetooth keyboard and the battery's going in it. When the battery starts to die, I just keep turning the damn thing on and off to make it work. I'm going to go get some new batteries after I've done this stream because it's winding me up. Let's have a little look here at what some of you are saying. Thiago Silva, Kante, Mendy. Okay, interesting take. Some of these. Phil Foden right now he's saying he's better. Declan Rice is what Mustafa's got to say. Rudiger. Trent all day. Trent all day is what's being said there. Bernardo Silva easy is what Blue Viper believes. Blue Viper thinks it's going to be him all day. Terry needs a big picture of him. Do you know what I'll do? I'll put a big picture of Trent up. Make a donation to the terrace, and I'll do it for you, Kay. Do you know what I mean? I'll get a big one. Have to pay me to put him up in my house, boy. Ben Chilwell is what's being said. They're interesting. A lot of people saying KDB, Mikel Antonio, my G. Do you know what? Mikel Antonio on form. I like pound for pound has been the best player in the league this year. Pound for pound, not literally. Just based on his ability compared to others, the club he's at, the coach he's got, the team around him. He's been sensational. He's been sensational. I'm really, really happy for him. Yeah, so lots of different takes on that. But there we go. Listen, everyone who's tuned in today, a massive thank you to each and every single one of you. Just a short match review for today's game. We're live after Tottenham versus Leeds, so make sure you're tuning into the terrace. But until next time, take care of yourselves. Goodbye, God bless, and we'll see you all soon.